Hi everyone! It's me. I hope everyone's having a great day. This is going to be anchoring our emotions. Oof, I just got this real bad pain in my head right here. Like a shooting pain. I'm sitting here with the window open. I really like cloud gazing. So since I'm like, free on the market, if anybody wants to go on a picnic, hit me up. I love picnics and cloud gazings. Alright, so let's do our regular featured broadcast of anchoring our emotions. Alright? So, this one time, I randomly do random acts of kindness, but I want to talk about one that actually got me in trouble. So, I used to go to Tampa, Florida, because I used to gamble, right? I showed the receipts before. You can scroll down a couple, but I spent like a lot of money at the casino, like a lot. Um, and one time I was with, I can't even remember his name, but I was with a friend of mine, and I left a hotel early because I had to be back in Orlando. And as we were leaving, I seen this group of kids standing in the hallway. It was at this hotel called like Route 55 Hotel, right there by Hard Rock Casino, right across the street from like the truck station. Real cheap hotel. Um, Anyways, so I seen these kids that were younger than me sitting outside, and I was leaving early. It was like 4 a.m. Checkout's not till like 11 at them type of hotels, 10:30, 11. And they were just, every time I would step out, go to the casino, come back, go to the casino, come back, go to the casino, come back. I just kept feeling bad for them because they were just sitting. It was hot, like really, really hot outside. And I'm like, you know, I don't, whenever, what's on my face? Oh, what's on my face? My lips. Um, when I do nice things for each other, for somebody, I don't ask anybody for their, I don't need background answers, quite literally. I just do it, right? Well, the person went, they took my suitcase, they went and got the car, they put my suitcase in the car, and I was, um, anyways, as I was leaving, I wound up giving them the, the key. I didn't even tell him about it. I was just like, here, take the key. And when I left, I ordered them breakfast from McDonald's, like on Uber Eats. And I never knew their names. I never knew anything. Well, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. Blah, blah, blah. And I came back maybe like a couple weeks later, and I don't remember how I got a ride there. Somebody just drove me and dropped me off. I can't remember who took me, but this was a whole nother time. Anyways, I get dropped off at the casino. I wind up taking the Uber from. I spent all my money at the casino, but I had already paid for the room, and I know I was good, right? I was like, at least I could pay for the room. I got free play tomorrow. If anything, I'll just go play my $200 in free play, cash out whatever I win, and then that'll be my way home, right? Because I was a high roller. And when I went to go to the hotel room, I had no money, zero. I knew I paid for my hotel though. So I get there, they're like, oh, hold on, wait. Uber drops me off. I spent the last bit of what I had left. But before I got out of the car, the lady in the Uber driver, she's like, can I please pray for you? And I was like, sure. She's like, I just really, really, really something's telling me that I need to pray for you, you know. And I was trained, you know, I was all dressed up and everything like that. And, well, when I got to the hotel room, she prayed for me. She dropped me off. Well, then that's when everything started happening. Like, she knew something was about to happen. She drops me off. I asked for the room. He's like, well, and I had a whole suitcase with me. Suitcase, high heels, all that. Like, yeah, no tennis shoes, nothing. He goes, I just called the police. And I was like, excuse me? Like, he's already got my money for the room. I already paid for it. I have nothing left in my account. Zero. Not even for an Uber. Okay, my phone bill's not even paid. I'm using Wi-Fi to use my phone, so I have no way to use. Phone's dead. I'm like, what the? He's like, I just called the cops. He slides me a picture under the door. Them kids wrecked that room. They wrecked it. They stole the TV and they trashed it. Quite literally. And it was under my name. So he called the police. I had a warrant for my arrest already. So I took off down the street running with my suitcase and my click-clacks. And about maybe 3 blocks down the street, there was a gas station. So I was like, boom, I can use there. I can call my sister. I can call whoever. Well, the police. I drove. At this point, all right, this whole story is about my grandma's ashes. Because my grandma's ashes were with me. And I go to the gas station. I see them coming. But the way that you had to go out made you go all the way down and around the highway to come all the way back around. In the partition, there was no way. But I was already hip on game. So I went through there, right? I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. There was an extended stay in the back. I go back through the gas station. I see them coming. And I hurried up and went to the street and jumped over the partition with my suitcase. So they had to go all the way back around, right? Imagine me on the highway. Like, I jumped over the partition with my suitcase. And I continued on to the extended stay. Well, I went into the extended stay, okay? I put my suit, you know where that trash area is at? Well, this one had like 2 trash cans. So I put my suitcase in the back there. I dropped it. And I start peeling. I threw my Jordans on that I had. And I'm peeling off layers as I go. First layer, boom. Because I had a wig on. Blonde wig. So I peeled off the first layer. Boom. Changing up my look. Right? Well, I peeked out the side of the hotel window. Because, you know, on both sides you could see outside. I peek outside. I see the police out there. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm screwed. Right? Phone's not working. Phone's dead. I'm like, I can't even. So I pull out my charger. I had my phone in my pocket. I pulled out my charger. And I left my suitcase there. In the trash. Hidden behind the trash. I leave. I walk out the building. I jump through the bushes. Okay? Because they had like these big tall bushes. But when you jump through, it fell into like like one of these. With like water in it. Okay, so I boop, boop. I start hitting it fast. Well, I didn't realize that this place had only one way out, which was the way with the partition and the gas station, and the partition went like this, and so this place was a big, like, circle with one way in, one way out. I'm walking, I see all these tractors and trailers, and I'm like, I'm gonna go ask whoever lives here. I seen a bunch of cars, so I'm like, they can't get me. At least I could hide or duck behind a car, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I see a woman in the back of a house. I'm knocking at the front door. I'm knocking. She comes outside. I said, look, I don't have a charger. I really need to charge my phone. She comes outside. She brings me a charger. And she gives me this long speech about her deceased family, this, that, and whatever. But it was very divine. Like, it was... I started crying as we were talking. So, I see the police coming. She seen the police coming. She knew I was in trouble. It was obvious I was in trouble. My makeup was, I have no makeup on my face. I look a hot rock. I probably got 5 o'clock shadow at this point. It was really a bad day. I ducked down because there was like a little thing right here where I was sitting on the floor. She was sitting in a chair, and she had like, it was a screen porch. Anyways, I said, look, I gotta go. And she like wanted to help me because she already helped me with the charger and stuff, you know? She gives me my phone and my charger. I go to my phone and it didn't charge. That whole 30 minutes that I was sitting there, it never charged. So, I kept walking. I seen this big like roundabout by the Frito-Lay's area. Like, it was almost like a pond, but I could see you could walk around it. I said, well, let me go over here and start peeling off some more stuff. I bite all my nails off. I mean, there was a breadcrumb trail. My earrings, the clutch that I had, you know what I'm saying? I'm now trying to change characters, and like, I was taking everything off. And I see this like van in the woods. What the F is that? And I got this really bad vibe, like almost like pedophilia vibes, right? I'm like, there's something going on in there. And in my mind, I'm like, there's something going on in there. But I'm not going over there, right? I walk around. I go all the way back around, and then I see the police car stopped on the other side of the lake. And I go, I'm going through the woods. I go through the woods. I see that van again. And then I see a camp with like a fire and and I knock on the door. I said, I know there's something going on inside this van. And there better not be no mother tucking kids in there. I said, if you don't open this door right now, I picked up like a rock. I said, I'm busting this door down right now. Because I figure, I already had an intuition something bad was happening. Something was happening in there. So I might as well go to jail being a hero. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I already knew they were after me over there. Because of the damn hotel. So I said, 1, 2, 3. And this little arm comes out the van. And it was a little person. A little big person. Like a yeah. He plugs my phone into his generator. He shows me where I could use the bathroom in the hole outside. He had like a crush on me. He was what they call a trans chaser. Like, but a little person trans chaser. Like, what are the odds of this? And I can't make this up, right? Well, he's like, look, you can stay as long as you want. Like, this is where I live. He shows me inside the van. He's like, you can sleep here, this, and whatever, until, you know, the police go. And because I told him straight up, I said, look, I'm on the run. This is what happened today. Whatever. I don't have nothing. Look, I have nothing on me. I wish I did, or else I would give it to you, you know? If you let me use your phone, I can call my sister. My sister will Uber me and this, that, whatever. My phone never charged. He has it in the generator. It never freaking charges. He's like, well, you can get Wi-Fi down the hill, which is the gas station. I'm like, all right, I'll walk that way. I'm walking this way. Like this, I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to the hotel, and I'm going to go get my suitcase, and I'm just going to freaking turn myself in. I see the police there. I go for my suitcase. It's gone. And my grandma's ashes were in there. Now I'm mad. Now I don't even care at this point. I go to the front desk and I'm like, who took my suitcase? Like, I need to speak to a manager. My grandma's ashes were in there. I don't even care. I don't even care about going to jail. I don't care what. I'll defend myself. I didn't even do this situation. Like, this is not even my fault. Stupid kids. It's my stupid niceness, right? Long story short, I wind up plugging my phone into Frito-Lay. in the Frito-Lay side, like in between two trailers, using the phone, because I'm trapped in the area. I can't even, I tried to use I let my phone charge up to 50%. I try to use the Frito-Lay. Finally, I get down to the gas station a little bit away from it, and the police are sitting there. They're literally sitting there waiting for me because they know there's no way out, right? And then I called my mom. Actually, no, I called my sister, and my sister Ubered me to the hotel I was supposed to stay at, which was the Sheraton in Tampa. And God, they put up with so much with me. Allegedly. And then I get there and they're like, your booking's not till tomorrow, and we can't move you up. And I'm so tired. I know I smell. I know it's hot outside. It's like I was in the jungle in the woods with the bugs, with little man trying to get me to spend the night, get some. So I call my mom from the front desk. I'm like, Mom, I need a hotel. I'm stuck out here. This is what happened. Oh my God. Like, look, I haven't eaten nothing. I'm hungry. This is just a bad. Tomorrow I'll have money, I swear. But most importantly, I lost my grandma's ass. Oh no, there was one more thing that happened. I ordered McDonald's because I had some type of like coupon, like one of them Uber coupons, and it never came to my room. Someone stole my Uber from the Red Roof Inn. Someone stole my Uber food. But then the next day I won $30,000 when I went back to the casino. So it was worth it. But some of these moments that happen in your life, you just can't give up because there's always a reason. And that's anchoring our emotions. Ciao. But I never got my grandma's ashes back. That's the worst part. Ciao.